Hello, everyone. This is our third episode of Soap
Discussions.
My name is Lori,
I'm Renee.
and we're going to be talking about The Bold and the Beautiful today. One of my favorite soaps on CBS.
Mine too.
Now, the episode title is Ridge Steffy. It's all about them.
Really?
So they think. But anyway, to me, they've been running a total muck on the soap, on this soap. But anyway, now Steffy will never stop pretending that Quinn is the problem in her life and marriage. I don't think so. Quinn may have kept Liam hidden from Steffy in order to pave the way for her and Wyatt to grow close. No, she's a mom. She loves her son. So no matter what Quinn did, Steffy fell in love with Wyatt really on her own.
Well, yeah, I can understand her being a mom and wanting the best for her son, and yes, Steffy fell in love with Wyatt on her own, but had Liam been in the picture, one could argue that she wouldn't have had any other choice but to stay with the person she really wanted to be with.
Yeah.
Because if the person you want isn't around, you know that old song, you can't love the one you want, love the one you with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But see, the thing...
So maybe that's how she did it.
Well, see, the thing was, one thing about Quinn, she loves Wyatt. He's been her center of her life for a long time. And it was just, she saw where he was smitten with Steffy. And she knew, everybody knows, Liam was always back and forth like a ping pong between women. But see, Wyatt is more of a true blue type of guy. You know, he loves this woman. He's all into this woman. And she don't have to worry about him messing around or anything. He makes a woman his center. You know, and that's what I don't understand, why Steffy is so mad with the whole situation. And then let's go back. Yes, her and Wyatt fell in love, but she already knew from the start who Quinn was. It was no, I just found out. She knew. She knew Quinn already was something else. You know, so with that, she had an option. She did not have to marry Wyatt, but she married him anyway. Right?
So you're saying she should have had an inkling that maybe Quinn was behind some of this, or just...
No. Just the fact that she wound up falling in love with Wyatt.
Right.
And she already knew what kind of mother Wyatt had.
So she knew what kind of family she was going to get into once she said I do.
There you go.
Okay.
And so with that knowing, so why is all of a sudden she's acting like Quinn is such a threat? How can she be such a threat when she knew before she married her son that she was already a threat? I mean, I think it's silly. Now, what happened was she found out the gig was up. She found out where was Liam. Liam was with Quinn. Liam fell out, you know, because he had hit his head. And the backstory to that was he went to the on the plane with Ivy to see her off because she wanted to go back to Australia. And he went to the bathroom and he hit his head and he passed out. He basically had a concussion. Now, Steffy didn't know nothing about it. She where they left off at with Steffy, we're going a little bit more further back in the backstory. Steffy did something that Liam told her not to do, and that was confronting Ivy, and it led into another disaster. Ivy fell down the stairs and hit her head, and she's gone escorted back to the hospital for the second time.
Maybe all the characters should wear helmets.
Yeah, I was saying.
Seems like a lot of head hitting.
Yeah. So with this, it made it look like, okay, Steffy thinking, what happened to Liam? He didn't want to talk to me anymore, or we broke up. You know, what is this? She kept on wanting to get a hold of him, and she could never get a hold of him because the man was passed out on the plane. That's why he couldn't respond.
That's a valid reason.
There you go. So he comes back to LA and he wanted to see Steffy, but he fell out But before he fell out, there was Quinn. And Quinn just wanted to speak to him and stuff. Instead, he fell out because she was wondering what was wrong with him. And he was up there going like this, like he about ready to fall out. And he fell flat out on the ground.
And of course, Quinn took advantage of that opportunity.
You know, instead of taking him to the hospital, she put him in his car and drove him to the cabin.
Maybe she was concerned he didn't have medical insurance. You know, she figured she had some skills that could help him out.
There you go.
All right.
She was looking out for him.
Well, that's very noble.
There you go. So that's about. But see, through it all, Steffy was angry. I would just put it like that because she found out that Quinn and Liam had intimacy together. I just think she was just jealous.
Well, wouldn't you be a little upset?
Well, considering that Liam has always been a ping pong back and forth, would she expect it any different?
Well, when you say ping pong back and
between the women.
Well, yeah.
I mean, think about it. Hope, Steffy, Hope. He married Steffy, but he's longing for Hope. Marry Hope. He's longing for Steffy. Does it remind you of anything? But anyway.
Oh, no, nothing at all.
No.
No. Well, let's see what I have here. Well, Steffy kept writing Wyatt to do something about his mother. And no matter what anybody says, Wyatt should have known better than dealing with Liam's women after his last marriage to Hope, which you just referenced.
There you go.
These women love the back and forth kind of whiny behavior of Liam.
Mm-hmm.
You think a man who knows what he wants is boring. And where's the sport in that? As soon as he saw the whiny man was back, he should have just cut his losses and let Steffy go back to her back and forth man.
Mm-hmm.
Which we have seen on TV is exactly what she's doing. Knowing that it still doesn't solve the Quinn problem. And spoilers have said that she will have a change of heart and be pregnant by Liam and try to pass the baby off on Wyatt. Now, who's the evil one, I asked you?
I would say. Now, I just found that rather wild. That, that it will go to that point. I mean, if Liam was all that to her, would she even care about going back to Wyatt?
That is true.
I would think she would want to stay with Liam since she could not wait to get there. Now, let's go to Ridge. Now, you can see why Ridge was all over Liam to be his son-in-law. I mean, that's like a mini-me to me.
That's true.
Two men that are back and forth swinging over women. Just like Tarzan. But, now let's get to the problem at hand. Ridge, the bully. I mean, really being something else now. Now, for me, I'm used to the lover mama boy Ridge, like that Ron Moss portrayed. Not this mean as crap Ridge that they got right now.
Well, either one of those personalities was kind of like, oh my gosh, can we just get past this? But if I had to choose, I would rather have
Ron Moss. Yeah, I thought you would say it like that, Ron Moss. This just a little off on the subject of it. I always liked it with how Ron Moss always walked. It was like he was gliding. You know what I mean? Skating and stuff. But it was the persona of Ridge that I really, really love. I understand two actors is going to play the character differently. And I give allowances for that. But to me, I just loved Ridge with the way how Ron Moss had played it. And plus, it's just about his chemistry with Catherine Kelly Lang and the way how they went about things. I mean, it's just like hand in glove all the time. They were just, they just look like a couple.
True. Yeah,
now, it's taken me some time, and I might get used to the gentleman that's playing Ridge. I mean, there's nobody else to play him, so I guess you might well get used to him or else. Yeah, no. But I mean, it's just the fact that he's just, I don't know. It's just something about him, way how he be doing his head and stuff like that when he's talking and stuff, and his raspy voice. Now, granted, I will say though, the voice works with the one that his real father that's on the show, which is they call him Massimo.
He's still on the show?
No.
I haven't seen him in a while.
No, but it's just the way how Massimo talks versus
true.
how this gentleman talks. It kind of, you could believe that they're father and son.
Exactly.
So,
Gotcha.
but like I was saying, to me, it's like with them, all they're worrying about is trying to take over the company, Ridge and the family and stuff like that. You know, and what really gets me is Ridge is up there trying to, in the windows, saying that Eric got dementia. Really?
Oh, I did see. Yeah. Wow.
I mean, really? This man who raised them like his own, even though his mother pretended that that was his son. You would think you would give him just a little props.
A little respect, too.
Yes. And now he's trying to say that he's doing all this because of love for the family, trying to save the company, trying to keep Quinn from messing up the company and trying to take it over, and stuff like that. Really? Really?
I'm guessing that's what he thinks he's doing.
Shucks. I just can't believe it. And then he's going to sit there and act like his father's dumb. Eric is not dumb. I think he knows exactly what he wants. What is he doing? Come on.
Mm-hmm.
But, and then what about what he's doing with Brooke? He's sitting there, I'm just going to say it my way, prostituting the poor woman out to marry Bill Spencer for shares. Really? But yet, at the same time, Brooke, once you marry him, then you get the marriage and all. Isn't that a little back and forth? It's like mixed single.
Mm-hmm.
And see, with Brooke, she's up there like, wait a minute. Is he saying something to me? She's wanting to know what is it he's asking of her. Because she's starting to have slow feelings again for him. But at the same time, she's in love with Bill Spencer. But she's telling him that even if there was no shares for the company or anything, she would still marry Bill. And of course, I think with Ridge, it's all about the challenge. Because he don't want Bill Spencer to have his woman.
Well, in closing, no matter what they say about Quinn, I really do think that her and Eric belong together, and it's beautiful. And Wyatt is finally getting a good male role model just to round things off. So thank you all for tuning in and watching soapdiscussions.com. We'll see you next week.